Good morning to the two of you that are here with me so far. I'm just getting my coffee. I'm running a little behind. Apologies. I'm getting there, I promise. Three. Hey, who's here? Let me know. Because I have no way. I don't know if there's a way for me to tell, but. Nope. Two people decided they had enough already. Who's here? Who's the one person? Two people. Can you guys hear me? Mike, no. Now it says two. Give me a sec. Oh, man. Michael, rollout commanders. Good morning, good morning. Bear with me. Getting my shit together. Yeah, it is a 100% increase. You're absolutely right. I'm coming, I promise. Oh, that's what she said. My daughter would be proud of that one. Oy. All right. Welcome all two of you. I was kind of thinking this would have been a better time. I could be wrong. All right. You know what? I got to close that blind behind me. Give me 1 second. Well, you've given me a couple of minutes already, so. Mike says Joe stuck in traffic in Windsor. Possibility. Graham, I'm sorry, Graham. I know you were here the other weekend. My memory is terrible. You slept late through last week's stream, Mike. I'll cut you some slack because you're a nice guy, you know. Did anybody see the ICM product rollouts for 2022? Most notably, a sky crane in 1/35 scale. Is that not insane? It's going to be a behemoth. My first reflex is I'd love to get one, but then the next problem is like, where are you going to put it with that rotor? You know, Mike, you going to get one? Mike's all in. And then I was excited for about 30 seconds because I saw they were doing a MiG-23, I think it was. And then it turned out it's in 72nd scale. Yeah, see I love the concept of a 1/35 scale sky crane, but in all practicality, where am I going to put it, you know? 4 people, welcome to number 4. They dipped in and dipped out like, oh, nope. Awkward. So, yeah, it seems like it'd be a great kit, but like I could build the fuselage, but leave the rotor off and do it as some kind of boneyard, you know, diorama or something. That's about the only thing I can think. 4 people, you changed your mind and came back? Welcome. Welcome to all 4 of you. Happy Sunday. 6 people. Happy Sunday to all of you. And later today, as I already set it up. Originally I didn't think I was going to get the video out. That was part of the reason I did the live stream. I edit in Corel Video, and Corel Video took a shit, and I had a Sultan. Welcome. So yeah, my Corel video editor took a shit yesterday, and I didn't think I was going to get the Cobra video done. There's 8 of us now, 9. Welcome, welcome to everybody. I appreciate you all stopping in. Well, except for the guy that just dipped out. So my video editor didn't work, and I didn't think I was going to get the Cobra video out. So I figured I'd do a live stream and show you guys, uh, the progress I made on it's the special hobby Cobra that I did an unboxing of, which if you've watched, I hate doing unboxing. I think that's cheap content. That's my opinion. So I did the build video, and I was working on editing it, and it wasn't my laptop. I knew that. So it was a software. I had to delete it out, and then I couldn't find a link to re-download Corel Video Editor. And welcome to all 10 people. I appreciate you stopping in, and I'm going to show you I'll show you the Cobra. I'll show you the Cockpit. I did manage to get Corel Video Editor downloaded again last night, and thanks to an awful hockey game, I was up late, and I got the video done. It's going to come out 10 o'clock my time, 10 a.m. my time. So add or subtract to that accordingly. But this is where I'm at. I got the Cockpit done, and you'll see in the video, you'll see some close-ups of it. This heads-up display here is, I can't rave enough about it. It's 3D printed. Special Hobby gives it to you in the box. Neil, you made it. I appreciate you coming. I know it's got to be like some ungodly hour for you, man. Neil's down in the nether regions of Aussie land. So this is what it looks like. Yeah. And I wish there was a way to inset photos into this live stream, but you can kind of see that heads up display. That just looks, spectacular. Nikos, welcome, Nikos. And you know what? I agree in the sense that I'll watch an unboxing video to see what's in a box, what's in a kit. I just, to me, it's like some people beat that shit into the ground. And hey, we're up to 11. Welcome to everybody who's just stopped in. We now officially have more people. Well, we did. Somebody popped out again. We had more people than we had in the previous 2 streams. I just feel that some people abuse the concept of an unboxing video. And when I do them, I try to only do them when it's something that nobody else has really bothered to look at. And that Special Hobby boxing. Yeah, Mike says no boxing should be 30 minutes long. And I agree. And you know what? I should probably just do it when we have 12, 11. Welcome, welcome. I should do them whenever I build a kit, just because I'm building the kit. But then as I build it, you're going to see what's in the kit anyway, and I usually talk about it. Yeah. Mike says, don't spend 10 minutes just talking about the box. And that's, again, another reason why I can't stand that. I think some of the people that do unboxing videos, they milk the length of the video because they're going to throw another commercial in. It's, I've tried not to go over the top monetizing, my videos because I get annoyed watching 400 commercials in a YouTube video. So why would I subject somebody else to it? Don't get me wrong. If I have a half-hour video, you're probably going to see three commercials. So, but so far, like I said, that's where I got on the. I got the Cockpit done. I just have to hit it with a dull coat. The ICM kit so far, which the Special Hobby kit is the ICM kit. It's nice and big. I like this. So you can see I painted the inside of that because I'm not going to ignore this area. I'm actually going to do the transmission. I'm not just going to, put it in and close it up. It looks good, and I talk about it in the video. I It looks good, and I've got some good pictures of the inside of the transmission, you know, where the transmission is. And we've got, these are the kit parts. There's nothing extraordinary here. But when you put it all together, I compared this to the photos I have, and ICM did a really good job on it. It looks really nice. So I'm gonna run with it. I'll put some wiring and stuff, and I'll bang on that. So that's where I'm at on the Cobra. Like I said, the video. Fucking COVID cough. Sorry, apologies. So the video will be out today. Be sure when you watch it, let me know what you think of it. I'm trying to make my videos, you know, trying to up my quality a little. I spent a little more time editing and, you know, trying to put information in. If there's something I don't say or indicate in the video, let me know in the comments on that video so that when I do part 2, I can fix my errors. That's the only thing I am starving for feedback. Some of you guys give me, you know, good feedback, but a lot of people watch. I don't know how. I have a video with, you know, 4,000 views, 5,000 views, and there's, hey, Joe is here. He made it in. He waded through the traffic in Ottawa and stopped in. So yeah, I you know, I'll have 5,000 views and 10 comments. It's like, I appreciate comments, but I appreciate feedback even more. The Islanders do blow, man. Oh man, that game last night was pathetic. I'm a New York Islanders hockey fan, and Joe is gonna rub my face in it. And the only reason he'll rub my face in it is because he's even worse than me. He's a Montreal Canadiens fan. So go Habs, huh? At least we haven't fired our coach yet. So that's where I'm at with the Cobra. It's a good kit, and if you're gonna spend money on it, if you're inclined to buy the Cobra kit, like I said in the unboxing video, buy the Special Hobby one. You join Special Hobbies e-club on their website. You get 10% off purchases. You get their boxing of the Cobra. It's going to come with the photo etch. It's going to come with 3D printed parts. It's going to come with resin parts. And you're going to get all of that shipped. I paid $81 shipped with all that shit in the box. Or I could have went local to Sprue Brothers and ordered just the ICM kit online. Just the bare bones kit would have cost me $90 plus shipping. So it would have been $98. Why would you bother? The Special Hobby boxing is a bargain every day and twice on Sunday. Nikos is looking forward to the S variant. I'd love to do an Israeli one. I'm sure that given ICM's recent history, like the way they're beating the A26 molds into the ground, which more power to them. You know, there isn't an A26 variant you can't do now, you know, with all the stuff they've released. I don't, I read online that the Special Hobby boxing is because they did some of the work for ICM in preparing the, you know, planning the kit. So I don't know how true that is, and that might be, or they just had a deal with ICM and reboxed it. I don't know. I don't know if Special Hobbies reboxed anyone else's kits before. I mean, they usually make their own awful low pressure injection molded stuff. But if you're gonna buy an AH1 kit, I can't overstate it. Get the Special Hobby boxing. It's the amount of just the extras in the box are Is it, whose Tempest is it? That I mean, that Tempest was. It looks like a good kit, and I was almost tempted to buy it, except for the fact that it's like an esoteric British aircraft, and I don't know what I would do with it. And some of them look nice, but is it? I thought Edwards was. No, isn't theirs 148th? And they did. Uh, See, I'm thinking, but they did both. You're absolutely right. I'm thinking of the 132nd scale one, but I think that's their own kit. The 48th is probably Edwards. You're absolutely right. Apologies on that. So, Joe up in Canada, I'm sure he's gonna buy a special hobby Cobra after he sees my video because he's gonna be overwhelmed by the quality of my work and the amount of great stuff you get in the box. If he could just stop doing really, well, really nice, stock cars, but to each his own. Anybody got anything new that they're working on? Yeah, yeah. Mike says Joe will work on something only if it's Italian. Joe and his talk about esoteric Italian aircraft. We, Mike, what are you working on? Both mics, whichever mics are left. I'm trying to figure out. I'm sorry, I'm not very live stream adept. We've dipped from our all-time high of 11 to there's four of us here chatting, and I won't keep you long because it's Sunday. I can't thank you all enough for showing up. Wow, Sturmovik with the Kinta cockpit. Oh man, holy shit! It dipped down to like two. I'm like two people. No, now we're back to four. I think what's happening is people are dipping in and out, taking a look. And once they realize I'm not Mike Rinaldi and I'm not doing oil paint rendering, they're leaving. I'm sorry. I'd love to do like an actual like useful live stream, but I can't think of something useful I could do. Yeah, you're absolutely right, Mike. It could be a YouTube thing. Yeah, see, we're up to 6 again. Yeah, you know what it is? I'm sure some of you guys are having it's dropping you and then putting you back and stuff. But yeah, that going back to that ICM sky crane, that would be awesome. But at least at least the Ocean Hawk had folding rotors. I can tuck that away, and then the Cobra's just got 2 rotors. I can tuck that away, but I can't justify you know doing that sky crane because then if you don't put the rotor on it, where do you store it? I have my Black Hawk. I haven't finished it because I'm looking like, well, I can't put it anywhere with the rotor on it, so it ain't gonna fit in my showcase. I don't have a big tremendous showcase, so I'd love to have like a museum sized showcase for all my builds, but uh oh man, too much going on. Cruise. I who was it? Who's the girl that does YouTube videos? Dasha. Joe wants me to build a short run esoteric resin kit. No, no. The closest thing I have to an esoteric kit, I have the special hobby that jet trainer in Greek colors. Oh man, come on, Neil, you got this Vesda. You know, talking about that, um, Neil's doing the Zvezda Hind, and I noticed that it seemed like the Eduard boxing was actually a better value than just getting their kit. The only thing it would be missing, you'd have Eduard photo etch. If they mold more than 3, Joe says, then it's a production kit. But yeah, Ed Ward's boxing of the Hind of Zvezda's Hind looked like a good deal because it was like $90, but you got all the aftermarket. Which Mike, which one's missing panel lines? But Neil, enjoy the Hind. It looks like a good kit if it wasn't for the bare bones cockpit they give you. I'd love to do a Hungarian one. And again, it goes back to that idea where the no, Mike, it was missing the cockpit detail. That seemed to be the big sticking point. I don't know if it was missing panel lines, maybe rivets. I think it was the rivets was the issue. That might have been it. So, um, yeah, Sultan's right. Sultan says the same thing. Needs external rivet details. Yeah, there's a guy on YouTube called the Bear, and he built the Hind, and he had some Russian aftermarket um, photo etch brass sheets of riveted panels that he stuck on his. Yeah, Cruz, you're right. You can get the Kinta cockpit for it. That would look way better. Yeah, if you look for, there's a guy called the Bear. I don't know if he's Russian and talks with an English accent or if he's English and just lives in Russia. Well, Joe's saying he'll model whatever America uses to invade Canada. Apparently it's going to be tractor trailers, so you can just build one of those. But yeah, that this guy, the Bear, he did the Hind, and he bought these. They were literally like sheets of panels. He's English in Russia. Yeah, thank you, Nikos. Yeah, I think his channel is called The Bear, but yeah, he's Bear Models, and he had these. They were literally panels that were photo etched brass with the rivet detail on it, and he was gluing them on. It looked a little awkward to me, but hey, if it works, it works. I'd probably just buy rivet, those rivet decals and just do that. Neil, you got the Special Hobbies Tempest. Yeah, I wish I could be more inspired for it. Why can't I see? It would take a week risk from state New Yorker would be done. I'm just gonna. Joe is just expressing himself regarding vis-a-vis Canada New York relations. But yeah, I wanted to do a Hind, and it's that same thing. The rotor diameter becomes a sticking point. I couldn't wait to get the Blackhawk until I realized like I need to put the rotors somewhere. So I was more than happy to jump on the Ocean Hawk when Jim over at Kitmaker offered it. But yeah. So I've got the Cobra going on. I know I told you guys last week what I was going to do with the Victory Kiss thing. It's just going to be the Victory Kiss vignette now because it won't be a diorama because the tank isn't going to look right with that village. So I'm just going to do I'm going to get those figures done. Night Shift did another video. I'm sure most of you guys seen it by now, how to paint figures. And I'm going to try his latest method because his other methods only work for people with talent like him. So, because I want to make progress on the streetcar diorama because I want to finish it. I've got, if you watched my videos or if you go look at my video catalog, there was I got a diorama set from Custom Dioramas or something like that, and it was like Middle Eastern building and wall and stuff. And I'd really like to do that because I've got an up armored Humvee to go with it and some U.S. soldier figures, and I could actually do like a decent diorama. But I keep starting shit and I'm not finishing any of it. So getting the Victory Kiss thing done would be good. Getting this Cobra done will be good, and I think I can get that streetcar thing done. Yeah, Cruz says the same thing. You make him, you get involved in a build, you get caught up in it, and then you the minute you have a problem with it, you become discouraged and you get rid of it. He also says his wife is getting on his case for having too many kids. That's a discussion you have to have with your wife. I had that discussion with my wife already. We have an agreement. I don't buy an excessive amount of kits. I've shown, if you go back and look at, I think it was the first live stream, you can see how many kits I have. I have one closet with shelves. That's where my stuff goes. Whatever I can't fit in my work area, that's the boundaries that we've established. So I've got plenty of stuff here. And that's part of the problem. Talking about getting discouraged. It's too easy for me to get discouraged because I'll look at something, I'll throw it back in the box. Well, screw it. I've got 10 more I can do, If I get tired of building an airplane, I've got 10 more airplanes I can go work on. If I get tired of working on diorama, I'll work on another piece of armor or something. So that's part of the problem. If you're inclined to podcasts, if you go back and listen to the Model Geeks podcast, Neil saying the feed is bad. I don't know if it's me, or let me know if it's choppy or shitty quality, let me know. But if you go back to the Model Geeks podcast, they did a talk with Spencer Pollard, and aside from taking modeling extremely seriously, it was an interesting conversation because Spencer Pollard was talking about competing with yourself, and that's how people get discouraged. And you know what, Cruz, building models, he tells his wife it's therapeutic. It absolutely is therapeutic. When I come home from work and I don't want to kick the dog or yell at my wife, I come up to my workshop. Not that I yell at my wife, but when you come home from work, excuse me, when you come home from work with a full head of steam, sometimes it's nice to just go up to a quiet place, drop a kit on the table, and put pieces of plastic together. That's absolutely therapeutic. And when I first got back into model building, my wife came up to me like, "Oh my God, how much are you spending on this shit?" And I turned around and I said, "Hey, wait a minute." And I was still a cop at the time. And I said, "Do I go out drinking after work? Do I gamble? What do I do that costs you money outside of building plastic models?" And never heard a peep from her after that. Yeah. Yeah, Cruz is doing model building for all the right reasons, man. It's a stress reliever. You'd be hard pressed to tell me that sitting quietly and focusing on something outside of the real world isn't relaxing. Neil's in agreement. And that's what it is. It is therapy. And you know what? I mean, as long as you're not spending the kids' college money on getting like a 1/200 scale hood for the sake of therapy, you're good. And you're absolutely right, Sultan. Sultan says it saved him from going insane during the pandemic. See, Ken saying his wife supports him in the hobby. Now my wife will. Mike saying he lost the kids' college money in Vegas. But yeah, it is therapeutic, and I think this whole pandemic thing kind of brought it a little more out in front in terms of being relaxing and being something to get away from stress. And I think I think everyone's output increased in the last 2 years. I mean, look at the shows that are restarting this year. They've all got record numbers of entries because shit, everybody's built. If you were building 3 or 4 kits a year before, you built like 18 during the pandemic. So it's a thing, you know, and you know what? I think we all need to find a balance. That I think I found the sweet spot for the most part. You have to find a balance financially. Like how much can I spend on kits? You have to find a balance, with your time. I need to model. Joe says I need to model or I'd have 12 kids. My wife won't leave me alone. I know he's hot, man. He's hot. But yeah, it's you know, like I said, you find that financial spot. How much are you willing to spend? How much can you spend on models? How much time can you spend on models without becoming, you know, the smelly guy in the basement that doesn't have any social skills? You want to still be a normal, out and about social, butterfly. So you find the money point that's good for you. You find the time point that's good for you, and you balance that out with your real life, and I say that in the sense real life being your life outside of model building, and I think I'm there. I have a good arrangement because time wise, when I come home from work, I work super early. I start work at 5:30 in the morning, so I'm home by, from my commute, I'm home by 2 p.m. From 2 to 5. Excuse me, COVID cough. From 2 to 5, that's my time because my wife is still working. She's working from home at the moment. So, uh, you know, let's say from 2 to 4:30, I can come up and sit in my bench and work on something, and not interfere with her. The dog, does his thing, and I do my thing, and then I cook. If it's my turn to cook, I cook. And so time wise it works. Money wise, um I've accumulated, thanks to shows and sales and stuff. I've accumulated enough stuff where I'm at the point where, unless something really jumps off the page, I don't spend a lot of money on models. So, Cruz, to answer your question in a roundabout way, I think you just find that balance. If building models is what keeps you happy, and keeps you from in a good place where you're not arguing with your wife, as long as you're not taking away from the aspects of your interpersonal relationships, I would explain that to her you know in a nuanced way. And I'm sure, if you have a good relationship with your wife, I'm sure she's understanding. um but as to, I forgot who said it because it disappeared. Neil says the panel lines on the hind suck. Yeah, it's I mean, there's supposed to be positive rivets and stuff too. Um, if I was really a fanatic, I suppose I would get the rivet decals and re-rivet it using those. But I would probably take the lazy way out and just take a riveting tool and do negative rivets. But that's me. And but there are guys who their wives go with them. I've seen them at shows. Their wives will go with them to shows and support them, and that's great. Not that my wife doesn't support me; she supports me 100%. She's 90% of the reason this channel exists. But she's not into the shows or anything. She encourages me, but you know that's it. She's like, do whatever whatever makes you happy with it. Yeah. Wait, I gotta get the chat back because I was looking at. Ken said model building can be as expensive. Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, as far as hobbies go, I mean, when you think about, it's definitely cheaper than, at least up front in terms of expense, than golf. And the reason I think it's a little more financially doable is because you can increase your spending as you go along. You can start with a kit and some paints and a paintbrush. And then when you're ready, you get into an airbrush, you go buy an airbrush. When you say, I need a paint booth, you go get a paint booth. Yeah, Sultan's saying if you work at the hours per pound spent, uh, it's a great deal. Yeah, when you think about the time you spend and how much you spent to work on something, yeah, absolutely. Unless you buy like 200 scale Titanic. Mike says his wife won't go to shows with him because of the unwashed masses. Neil, I what was it with the rotor hub? Um, uh, oh, the resin rotor hub. Oh, that was from excuse me. Oh, who made that resin rotor hub? Res Kit? Yeah. Cruz saying basically the same thing as me. He gets up early on the weekends, and I'm up. I'm up like now. I shit on the weekends. I can't sleep past 7 on a good week. So, but yeah, that's my work time too. Mike got the Titanic. When they announced that Titanic in 200 scale, I was hot to get it, and I think thanks to like 2 or 3 YouTubers, I've been completely turned off to it now. My wife and daughter both are into Titanic and stuff, and seemed like a good idea. And I was like, man, I could build this, and everybody would be happy with it, and I'll display it. And then the more you look at it, and the more I watch people, Midwest Model Shop is he's building it. Nigel had been building it, working on the thing. But you need, yeah, like Mike is saying, you need thousands of dollars worth of add-ons to build it. So screw that. I'm not going to do that. And then, yeah, Neil, you saw Night Shift's figure video. And that's exactly the problem. He makes it look super easy. Like, oh man. I went back when Night Shift first started doing figures. I tried that method. It didn't work. Then he did another figure video. I tried what he did there. That didn't work. I can't get my figures to look like anything more than blobs of plastic with some paint on them. So, I'm just trying to find a method that works to make them look passable. I've got the crew figures for the Chanel boat. I want to get that done for April. I'm running out of time. I've got like 2.5 months to get it done. Yeah, Joe only got to episode 4,000 on that Titanic hull correction series. Yeah, that was another turnoff. And honestly, that the all these hull issues that are coming out in people's discussions, I couldn't care about that. That I would have still built it out of the box. But then when you look at the how much people are spending for the details from the deck up. I'm spending $500 for a box of plastic parts, and then I'm going to spend another, like Mike said, am I going to spend another $1,000 on details? Like, nah, might have been. And yeah, I'm just gonna mention in a roundabout way. Yeah, the person that was doing the hull corrections never got any place further than that. So just one more time, I just want to show this because I'm very happy with this. This was, remember all that talk about modeling mojo, and we had discussed that here, and I had mentioned it in Nobody Has Time for Crappy Kits, and then we did one. I did a video a while back about modeling mojo. Yeah, would have been nice if Trumpeter would have finished the engineering. Agreed. That Titanic could be a really great kit if they just put a little more. If they put Kitty Hawk level attention to detail into it without the over engineering, that might have been a good kit. So yeah, this Cobra has been. It's been good. It's kind of I'm moving along on it. And the Sultan says that's what I love about helicopters. Yeah, it's like doing aircraft and armor. Yeah, agreed. Because I could dirty up the cockpit floor, and you'll see in the video I actually had I don't know if you can, yeah, you can kind of see it there. You can kind of see the dirt on the floor in each of them. And it was it's AK had a Vietnam dirt pigments. So I put some of that on the floor in the cockpit. So I'm like I said, I'm really happy with that. It's the first time I've really worked with 3D printed parts, and it was good. You know, they look terrific. I got lucky on a couple of parts of the build, and it looks exactly like I had hoped it would look. So yeah, that's where I'm at with that. The other kit, I know I mentioned it last week, and I'm not getting paid by them to do it, and nobody gave me any free kit or anything. But if you're into armor at all, the Amusing Hobby T72 is awesome. Yeah, Nikos is saying the only way to make the complex hull shape of ships absolutely correct is to break it up into multi-part assembly. Yeah, which is gonna, and then it becomes a shit show because nobody's gonna do that right. So, um, but if you're into armor at all, I can't push the idea of the Amusing Hobby T72 enough. And I think Das Work is going to be coming out with their own boxing of it. I don't know. I'm assuming it's the same kit, but maybe without the interior sprues. And if that's the case, it's still a nice kit. Some of the easiest tracks I've worked on in my limited armor experience. I was very happy with them. So, yeah. Yes, Nikos agreed. It is the Amusing Hobby kit without the interior, which I have the interior kit, and I love it. I was banging on it. When I'm bored with whatever I'm working on, I'll take it out and work on some aspect of it. I've almost got the auto loading carousel finished, and then I think I'll be moving on to the turret from there. But I like it. I think it's a cool kit. I love Soviet era armor, so I'm hot to finish it. I'm probably going to do it as a Hungarian. Cruz is headed out. Have a great Sunday, Cruz. Go make breakfast. Enjoy. I haven't had breakfast yet. I'll probably have some eggs when we're done here. But and I won't keep you all long because it's already been 42 minutes. And I appreciate you guys showing up. Just let me know if you can leave me a comment whether or not did Saturday work better? Does Sunday work better? Is it the same thing? Uh, is this boring? Let me know because I don't mind doing it. But Neil's got to go because he's got to go to sleep because he's on the other side of the earth. Neil, I can't thank you enough for showing up, Neil, and I always appreciate your support. And have a good night, which is weird because it's morning here. So take care, Neil. I appreciate it. Fuck me. I can't wait to go to the doctor. She gave me some stuff to take for this cough, but it's still here. I just cough less, believe it or not. So let me know. Especially, I know Joe and Mike aren't bashful. Let me know how these live streams play out because it's hard, because it's just me talking and I get to read your comments. Joe, thanks for showing up, and go Habs, and we'll get to compare who has better golf scores after the season ends, the Canadians or the Islanders. But yeah, like if you guys can let me know what you think of the live streams. I don't mind doing them even if it's just 10 of us. I don't give a shit. If everybody enjoys it and we can, Saturday or Sunday, sounds good to me, Mike. I'll probably do another one because we've managed to have the same number of people show up for 3 in a row. I've never seen any need to build a kit with. Yeah, but you know what I'm going to do? I'm doing it where you can actually lift the sections off and look at the interior. If it was just to to throw the hull together. If you were never going to see it again, yeah, I don't see the point in doing it. But I'm going to leave it where I can lift the top of the hull off, and you can look at it. I can lift the turret off and look at the detail of the turret. That's the only reason I'm doing it. If I just wanted, I have plenty of Russian armor build. Oh, okay, Nikos. Hey, yeah, it's like 4 or 5 o'clock by you, right, in the afternoon. So that works. Yeah, I'm gonna have to buy magnets and give them a try. Mike suggested the magnets, and yeah, I keep seeing people using magnets, so I'm gonna have to give it a shot. So I think we'll call it a day here. I got everything out. Watch for the video. The video is gonna come out. Where do you, Mike? Do me a favor and text me the link to wherever you buy your magnets because I got to get them. Cool. So either Saturday or Sunday, this is everyone's bench time. All right, cool. Hopefully I'll have more to report to you. We'll try and do one next week. I didn't do one yesterday because I just had too much shit going on. So we might do, I think next week we're going out for my wife's birthday. We might wind up doing it. Now, you know what? We'll do it Saturday morning. I'll schedule it so that you see it pop up, and it'll probably be Saturday morning because we're going out. My wife's birthday is this week, so we're going out next Saturday for her birthday. So thank you all for coming. The 8 of you that left, because guys, I understand everyone's got to go too. Fuck me. I apologize for the cough. I appreciate all you guys stopping in. Mike, Joe, everybody else, Graham, all of you. And all right, so it'll probably be next Saturday. All right, so let's say that. Sultan, always a pleasure. Nikos, can't thank you enough, man. You guys make my day with this. If nobody else gets any enjoyment out of this, I am. So I will see you guys next Saturday. All right. So hopefully I'll try to have like more stuff to discuss. So I'll let you know. All right. So let me figure out. Can I hit that button? Take care, guys.